Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. Today it's a 1 vs 1 on Terenas Stand between our blue human player, Todd, and up top we have our red orc player, no Profi, and it's going to be a replay of the week, but it is an older one, so it's not a current replay of the week or anything, but still should be a good game nonetheless, and obviously was at least a pretty good game to have been a replay of the week to begin with. And it's going to be a Farseer first for our Orc, and a Mountain King first for Todd, and somewhat interesting hero choices. Although the Mountain King chosen first is not completely unheard of, but Farseer is definitely a very interesting choice as the first hero, and going to be a Ring of Selling for the Mountain King there. A couple scout farms have been created.
Job's done.
And human finishes up. Grabs a mantle, or a tome of intelligence, rather. Farseer harass here. Doesn't look like you got any peasants there. Don't see any corpses laying around. Militia finish off the wolf. And a Stormbolt on the Farseer. Takes him less than half health. Wolves will go back to try and take out some of these peasants here. Takes out one peasant. And Stormbolt on one of the wolves there, which is a little bit inefficient, but I suppose whatever gets the job done. And now Todd looks to be going the Taskmaster camp here. And bring up 4 militia to help out. Wow. Profi up at the Goblin Merchant there. Grabs a Boots of Speed and a Staff of Teleportation. Lumber Mill on the way for Todd there. Tome of Intelligence on the ground, so a second tome for the Mountain King. And Scroll the Beast for the human. And looks like just out of range there to Stormbolt or Seer.
Our town is under siege.
And now a farm being constructed at the mercenary camp. Looks like he may be sporting some mercenaries this game.
Job's done.
Let the killing begin.
Job's done.
Now the assassin camp, but here comes the Farseer. A couple grunts as well. Shadow Priest in the mix, but taking quite a bit of damage. Grunt. The wolves were going after it for a moment there. And a grunt will fall for Profi. The assassin nearly down, and who will get the kill? And does look like Todd gets that kill. Gloves of Haste taken by the Farseer. And Scout Tower being created up at the top there. Looks like an expansion in the works. And back at the Orc base here, 2 bestiaries already up producing Wind Riders. So that was some fairly quick bestiaries, going dualies. A Manual of Health for Todd.
Job's done.
Scout Tower completed. Arcane Volt on the way at the expansion.
Our forces are
And
under
Wind
attack.
Riders just now coming out. And Farseer nearly level 2. We'll clear the Kobold camp to get that. Gonna get a Cloak of Selling.
Let the killing begin.
And Mountain King achieves level 4, so Mountain King way ahead of the Farseer at the moment.
Job's
But now
done.
that the Farseer has Wind Riders out, and with more to come, should be able to creep very quickly, and could essentially go to the left side of the map, even the top side of the map there, and quickly clear out the creeps with the, of course, high damage of the Wind Riders.
Job done. Upgrade complete. Job's done. Job's done.
I'm gonna power build that expansion here. I'm gonna go after the scout farm, which will take a while to take that down. And on the way is Todd to defend that. Wind Rider is now in the base here. Gonna make a guard tower to defend against those, but was taken out very quickly. And a couple guard towers coming up here, and going to be a third one on the way at the expansion. But we'll take some time to upgrade that. And right now the Troll Berserker, pretty much the main threat of the Orc right now, so he's going to go after that first. Troll Berserker does some of the most damage pretty much in the game early anyway. Of course, you can't really necessarily upgrade them, but for a mercenary, they do extremely good damage. For just about any unit, they do extremely good damage.
Let the killing begin.
And they also attack pretty fast as well. Arcane Tower here going to get power repaired. And Troll Berserker now in the mix here. We'll start pummeling some of these Wind Riders. But lots of peasants going down here. The Farseer has been taken out.
Ready to work, ready to work.
And I think I actually missed that Farseer death. I don't recall him actually dying. So I apologize for missing that action, but you know, kind of hard to get it all. And those ESL casters, they have somebody that controls the screen for them while they talk. While I have to control my own screen, I gotta do all the work. And Footman here, gonna go after the Geomancer camp, gonna give proxy experience to the Mountain King. Mountain King nearly level 5, so won't really benefit too much from creeping, other than, of course, the mediocre amount of gold and the items. And still no tier 2 for Todd just yet. Dome of Intelligence on the ground there. And Geomancer here pretty low.
Our forces are under attack.
Footman going after that. And they can't kill this Geomancer before the Footman. And is that what they're going to do or no? There's a Geomancer there that could have been a free kill, free experience to the Farseer. Probably could have got both of those units with the Wind Rider and then given level 3 to the Farseer. Stormbolt on the Wind Rider there. Almost takes it out with just 14 health remaining.
Ready for action.
Arcane Tower takes out 2 Wind Riders. Now a level 5 Mountain King. Level 3 Stormbolt on those Wind Riders.
Ready for action.
Expansion's up top. Still going strong for Todd. But Todd really doesn't have too much of an answer for these Wind Riders just yet. And so we'll see what he decides to work on here. Some Footmen at the base. Aggroing some burrows. And Todd's base here getting ravaged by Wind Riders. Nothing really on the way just yet to counter those. No Riflemen. Or such.
Our forces are under attack. Our town is under siege.
And several Footmen fell To the Farseer over here. Now level 4. And still Wind Riders on the way for no Profi.
Our town is under siege. Our
It looks like
forces
the
are
Town
under
Hall
attack.
may go down for Todd. And where is the counter? Where is the tech? Could start teching up his expansion there. And needs one more wood to do that. Could use some flying machines, hawk riders, something along those lines, riflemen, just about anything really. And Wind Riders going unchecked here. Gonna need to make farms and his altar back at the expansion now.
Our forces are under attack.
Majority of the creeps uncrept
Our
on the
town
map.
is
Pretty
under
much
siege.
everything still left on the map for the most part. Clarity Potion working away on
Our
the
town
Mountain
is
King.
under siege.
And could be a good time for No Profi to either expand or just pretty much mass creep. And maybe bring out a second hero, a Tauren Chieftain, or something to help creep with. Even a
Our town is under siege.
Tavern hero or something. Because that was a very late pause. So it had a minor mind fart there, I suppose.
Forces are
Took me a
under
little
attack.
while. Oh yeah, the word tavern, right. Exactly. Panda from the tavern would probably be ideal. Considering Todd has been making pretty much
Our
pure
town is
footmen,
under siege.
and Breath of Fire does absolute wonders to footmen, and pretty much any kind of tier 1 unit with low health.
Our town is under siege.
And the barracks,
Job done.
the final portion of Todd's main base there, will go down. And definitely would like to see a Panda out from Profi. And he could just take those Wind Riders and pretty much clear everything here on the
Our
bottom.
forces are under attack.
And
Our
would
town is
easily
under
level
siege.
up to 3 or 4 on his hero within just a couple minutes. With those Wind Riders, they would absolutely destroy the creeps and could just simply leave the Farseer behind once he reaches level 5 and let the Panda get all of the experience.
Our town is under siege.
And Rogue Wizard camp here, gonna fall. Tome of Intelligence, Wind Riders now attacking the Scout Farm, or rather the proxy farm for the Mercenary camp. I don't suppose that's much of a Scout farm, but rather to use that Mercenary camp. Level 6 Mountain King now. And actually that was a pretty quick Mountain King. It's 15 minutes into the game. And level 6, 15 minutes into the game is pretty quick.
Our town is under siege.
Farseer still level 4. And choosing some fairly low level creeps to go after. Using those Wind Riders fairly well to, of course, take out the base. But Wind Riders absolutely storm through
Our forces are under
creeps.
attack.
Just because of their high damage, of course. Slippers of Agility +3 and Ogre Strength +3 on the Farseer. I think he just picked up those Ogre Strength. And both of those, honestly, could be sold by Profi and really wouldn't make too much of a difference. Nearly level 5 now.
Ready to work.
Yeah, Mountain King in a bit of trouble here. Run from the units, but luckily he's got those boots of speed, so he can really outrun the Orc. Farseer also has boots of speed as well, but those Wind Riders sure don't. Not going to go after the Assassin camp here, but a little bit of overkill for the Farseer, considering he's just about to get to level 5. And Claws of Attack +6.
Our forces are under attack.
And probably we'll end up dropping an item here, either the Ogre Strength or... Nope, just gonna use an item instead. And I think he had a salve maybe that he used, and actually didn't even notice that salve.
Ready to work.
So yeah, the salve would be a better bet, of course. Footman gonna go after the Voodoo Lounge here, and what is Todd gonna be doing here? Griffin Aviary coming up. I might be getting Dragonhawk Riders. And Venom Spears coming for the Wind Riders. And also War Drums as well, so it looks like some Kodo Beasts may come in a little bit here. Take out the Voodoo Lounge and we'll bail, but not going to be too big of an issue for Profi there. Can make one of those fairly quick. Build time isn't too crazy on something like that.
Our forces are under attack.
And a second Griffin Aviary coming up here. And where is that second hero from Profi? It just seems like he's got... let's actually check his funds. He has 800 and 300 up top there. And we'll switch it back so it doesn't get too confusing. And that is plenty enough to buy a new hero. And with a Tauren Chieftain, Panda, pretty much anything. I guess I wouldn't go Blade Master this late. I suppose you could. But might not be the best option. Any kind of hero, nice second hero, could swarm through these creeps here and level up very quickly. Level 6 Mountain King here looking to creep. And nope, maybe just bought the Staff of Teleportation, not sure. Or no, invisible.
Our forces are under attack.
Didn't quite see his purchase there. Grey Hall coming up here. Mountain King seeing what's going on here. Stormbolt takes out a Wind Rider there. And it will be Hawk Riders indeed.
Ready for action.
And Stormbolt does huge damage to the Farseer. You can see the chunk of health that was taken off in one blow there.
Job's done.
And back in the day, Stormbolt didn't used to do so much damage. It used to have a max of 300. And I remember playing Reign of Chaos when the game first came out. I pretty much bought it pretty much day one. I think it, 2002. And I remember that the Stormbolt could actually attack buildings with it, which was absolutely hilarious back in the day. Because if you take the like a watchtower, for example, 300 health out of a watchtower, basically all you have to do is run at it, hit it a few times with some units, and then throw a Stormbolt at it. Or maybe you would be going after a fortress or something like that, and you had it surrounded with footmen or the like, and then you hit it with a Stormbolt, and it would take such a dramatic chunk of its health off. It was quite overpowered. It was quite op. And it was changed, I think, within the first couple of patches of Reign of Chaos. I'm not sure. I'd actually have to go through and look at the old patches, but it was quite interesting to say the least. And Berserker here, but not enough Dragonhawk Riders to net them all. So gonna lose this battle here. And the Raider is gonna net some as well. And so I think these Dragonhawk Riders really need to get out of here. They are doing damage, of course, but there is not enough of them. Would probably be better off with getting a few more, and just gonna end up losing all of his Dragonhawk Riders. And well, the Wind Riders actually took quite a bit of damage there, surprisingly. And Dragonhawk Rider running for his life there. Gonna get down to 1 health with that poison, or 2 health. Prove me wrong again, Warcraft 3. Prove me wrong again. But either way, down to 2 health. So I think statistically I was way off on that. Because I mean, 1 from 2, you know, 2 from 1 is 100% difference. But either way there, just having some fun. And we'll see if Todd decides to re-expand at his main there. And I don't see why not now that he has the Dragonhawk Riders out. And still is pumping out those Troll Berserkers as well. Probably could run over to the other mercenary camp if he does get a chance. Grab another Troll Berserker. And four or five of those would be a pretty fun combination. I actually like to see somebody play a game and win a game, maybe with one hero, two heroes, three heroes if you choose, and nothing but mercenaries, and just like sort of mass 10 Troll Berserkers. I would really like to see that done. Somebody please send me a replay of that from Warcraft 3 ArenaNet. I don't care if it's like a pretty lame low-level game or anything like that. I want to see somebody with 10 Troll Berserkers, and I want to see you win the game with it. So please, that's a challenge for anybody watching the video. Send me that replay. A scout tower is coming up here to re-expand down yonder.
Job's
I don't know
done.
if it's a re-expand, really. It's more just reclaim the gold mine, if you will. And is there going to be more creep in here? Just waiting around at the moment.
Job's done.
And I would actually play that game myself and make 10 Troll Berserkers, but I haven't actually played more than a few games since maybe 2008 or 2010. It's been a very long time since I've played Warcraft 3, but Warcraft 3 has remained the same for the most part, with the exception of a few patches here and there, and most notably the latest one, the Pit Lord fix and 1.27a, I believe, which did some things with Mac OS X for the most part. Not too big of a no balance or anything like that in that one, but either way, the game remains the same. The meta is pretty much the same. All the units the same. But haven't played it in a long time, and I actually recently tried to play a few games on Warcraft 3 ArenaNet, and I lost pretty miserably. I just don't have the muscle memory for it anymore. And I've been focusing most of my gameplay on Company Heroes 2, and I've been trying to get to rank 1 as 3 vs 3 OKW random team, and I've been getting pretty close. I think I'm like ranked 60, and I keep getting up really high. I was ranked 15, and then the game crashes all the time. It's like the only game I've ever played that crashes a lot. So when you crash, you do lose, and you lose quite a bit of your rank. But back to Warcraft 3, Bad Riders coming in and doing huge damage, and that is going to wreck Todd. And that was huge, those Dragonhawk Riders going down, all of them gone. And this expansion here was a waste of money to get this going. Not in the sense of trying to get an expansion, but just because of the fact that it will go down now. And all of that money was not made up by these peasants mining here. It's going to take a while to actually recreate to remake the profit from that. So big loss there for Todd. And up top, still producing Dragon Riders, but there is quite a bit of Bat Riders still left. It looks like maybe just one here. I think some of the other ones were killed. I think there was 2 or 3 left after the kamikaze attack, if you will.
Are under attack.
And additional Wind Riders still coming out here. And just nothing to really counter these Wind Riders. I mean, he did make Dragonhawk Riders late, but he was continuing to make footmen. I would have liked to see at least a couple riflemen in the mix, and that would have put a little bit of extra damage on some of those Wind Riders, and maybe a Stormbolt hitting the Wind Riders, and then the riflemen just, pecking away would finish them off. I did see many times that some of those Wind Riders were very, very low in the red, a sliver of health, and he Stormbolt one, killed one, and then still would be another one with a sliver of health, and I think some riflemen could have taken care of that. Or maybe just go back and forth to these mercenary camps and grab the Troll Berserkers, which do huge damage. They do more damage. I do believe they do more damage than a spider, and they attack fast as well. So they're really, really good, and that's why you always see people grabbing them. Especially in high-level play, people will go right for those Troll Berserkers. They just do incredible damage. Level 7 Mountain King now. And so we do have one super strong Mountain King, but don't know if it's going to be enough. There's just so many Wind Riders, and he can just keep making them. He has his expansion going strong, and no time soon will that go away. The main base gone. And nice net on all of the units there, but here comes the Bat Rider. Bat Rider did huge damage there, released 2 Dragonhawks. And another Dragon Rider there in the mix. And needs to net this one, might be on cooldown there. But we'll take them out regardless. The Dragonhawks take out all of the Wind Riders. So well played there by Todd, taking that out. But the Troll Bat Riders do unbelievable amounts to the Dragonhawks there. No Profi has to GG out. And so well played by Todd. And he didn't actually counter them at all in the beginning. And, you know, in the end, he didn't really need to. But I still think he could have done some things to maybe win the game faster. I think No Profi probably could have won the game faster as well. I think if he would have just went right for that expansion, and he might have been able to finish the game there before those Griffin Aviaries were coming up. But again, I would like to see Todd get some more Dragonhawk Riders. But hope you guys enjoyed the replay, and I will see you guys next time.